So this morning, I received a lovely little package from MuscleFood, and that got me thinking about diet, about nutrition, about how many misconceptions there are, how many of you guys that ask me on Instagram what I eat on a day-to-day basis, and I thought I'd address some of those questions in this video. I haven't actually done a nutrition video yet, so if you enjoy this one, please do leave a like, share it around. Obviously, the sheer scale behind nutritional science is absolutely massive, so I won't be going into that much detail throughout this video. I'm gonna try and keep it as concise as possible. I will show you everything I got in the MuscleFood delivery because they gave me the summer hamper, which is absolutely incredible. You can check that out down in the description if you want to, especially if you're looking to improve your diet, get those muscle gains, lose that body fat. If that's the sort of thing that you're looking for, basically cheap protein, it really is. But for the time being, we're going to be addressing the basics of weight loss and weight gain, kind of food that you should be eating. A lot of you guys watching this video may not understand just how important nutrition actually is and fueling your body with the right food sources. That's basically what nutrition means. But what some of you watching this video might not understand is just how impactful nutrition is for getting results. Whilst training is pretty important, I would really only say training is 20% of the battle. Nutrition is pretty much makes up the other 80%. Obviously, you need to keep consistent. 80% of how you look, the results that you get, will be based on what foods you are consuming. Now, when I say healthy foods, obviously what I mean by that is whole, unprocessed foods, natural sourced foods, protein sources that you get like turkey, mince, beef really, isn't it? Chicken, oily fishes, your carb sources like your oats, your brown rice, brown pasta, brown bread, sweet potato, fruit and veg, that is so vitally important for keeping a balanced body, nuts, seeds, peanut butter, olive oil. There are a lot of staple components that go into what is fundamentally known as a good diet. But obviously the reason why you want to be eating healthy is because you either want weight loss or weight gain. You want to be gaining muscle or you want to be losing fat. The way that works is, it's very, very simple. It's calories in versus calories out. Now I'm just going to briefly explain what a calorie is. Calorie is a unit of energy. You will have a base metabolic rate. You will have a flat amount of calories that your body needs every single day in order to stay alive and function properly. Now, obviously this will be dependent from person to person, it'll be completely different. Not every single person will have the same base metabolic rate. It depends on how active you are, what your body composition already is. There are so many factors, but for those of you watching, you will be able to work out how many calories you require per day to maintain the weight that you are at. You can do this on like caloriecounter.net. There are various other apps and websites you can use in order to work out the calories that you require. Weight loss is a process where you are consuming less calories than your body requires to function every day. Weight gain is where you are consuming more calories than your body requires to function. Calories in versus calories out. If you are not sure on how many calories you are consuming, use apps like MyFitnessPal. I'm pretty sure there's others out there where you can literally check using the nutritional information on packaging to see how many calories you're consuming. People don't actually know how many calories they are consuming. People might eat like a McDonald's or a pizza and go, do you know what? That's it. I'm going to be gaining weight now. I've eaten junk food that I'm just going to put on weight. Wrong. If you're still in a calorific deficit, aka you are under the calories you require for a day, you will not gain weight. So you can, albeit I wouldn't suggest eating a lot of junk food. It is possible to eat junk food in a balanced diet and still lose weight. But what you eat specifically doesn't determine whether or not you will gain or lose weight. How much of what you are eating does. That's the big difference. Going down to the nitty gritty of what you're eating, if you have a cookie, you go, oh, flipping it, that's me done for the day. I'm gonna be gaining weight. Wrong. Same way, if you're eating loads and loads and loads of food, but it's not a lot of calories, you might not necessarily be gaining as much weight as you want to or gaining as much muscle as you want to. Depending on how far over or under your base metabolic rate you are, determines the speed at which you gain muscle and fat or lose muscle and fat. This is the 4th time recording and I've still managed to ramble, but now that we've covered that, I'm going to go through basically the food that I eat in a day in order to give you guys an idea of what you should be eating. It's consistency, guys. It's such a simple process. It's consistency within kind of foods that you're eating and the kind of training that you're making. So there are plenty more videos on YouTube and articles that I can even leave links in the description to if you want to go and read them, that do cover nutritional science in much more detail. But obviously I didn't want to make a 45-minute video on YouTube covering it. Okay, so I'm actually going to go through what I tend to eat in a day, just as a standard example. Hopefully this helps. A lot of you have been asking what the kind of foods that I eat. To start with, in the morning when I wake up, I am currently doing a little bit of intermittent fasting, so I'll wait a little bit. I don't tend to eat carbs in the morning. I try to do fasted cardio. So the first thing I will eat at probably, let's say noon, I think the first thing I'd eat would be these turkey sausages that I got in the summer hamper of the MuscleFood package, which is obviously here, along with 4 or 5 egg whites and a whole egg. As I say, at that point, usually I'll do some fasted cardio in the morning, or if I'm doing a weight session, I'll eat this beforehand, because I would never ever recommend doing something of high intensity on an empty stomach. Doesn't make sense to me. Just, it's not a clever idea. MuscleFood have wonderfully sent me so many chicken breasts. It is incredible. I've got 2.5 kilos of normal chicken breast. That is going to be amazing. But usually after my workout, we're looking at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I will have 300 grams of chicken breast with some broccoli. Now, if you guys remember, I used to be on meal prep, so I never actually had to cook or do anything for myself. I kind of enjoy having to make my meals from scratch now, because I get to add my own flavouring, which is amazing because MuscleFood has sent me these summer flavours. So I've got dirty burger sauce, South Carolina sauce, smoky sauce, sriracha rub, Korean barbecue rub. Clean eating doesn't have to be tasteless, guys. It can still be really enjoyable. Make it tasty, make it enjoyable, and then you won't ever really go wrong. If you enjoy the food, you're just going to keep eating it, really, aren't you? Just going to get these final MuscleFood items out. So we have sirloin steaks, can't wait to tuck into them. Grass-fed beef mince, going to be amazing. If you substitute like a takeaway or 2 takeaways a week, whatever you end up eating for this, not only will your diet be much cleaner, but you're actually saving money. They've also got these, which I'm really intrigued to try, dirty American fries. Sweet potato, basically. If you're gonna have fries in your diet, guys, make them sweet potato. But anyway, going back to what I eat, usually I'll have like 4 or 5 meals a day. Usually it composes of like 3 chicken-based meals and then a fish-based meal, and obviously like oats. So anyway, meal number 3 that I'd have throughout the day would be chicken again. I'd have a carb sauce, maybe rice or sweet potatoes, just because I'll be training a little bit later on. And then again, I'd have more veg. Get loads of micronutrients as well from vegetables, which is why the government tell you to eat 5 fruit and veg a day. It's so important to get that. I've encountered a problem. I thought I had salmon in the fridge. I quite clearly don't, but usually I'd have salmon as my 4th meal, along with even more vegetables. Kind of stress to you how important eating vegetables are when you're trying to lose weight, which is obviously what I'm still doing. Then I'll probably train, depends, I'm usually doing a push-pull leg split at the moment. When I get back, I'll have a protein shake with almond milk because it has less calories than normal milk. And to go with that, it'll be another chicken-based meal and then more vegetables, really. So, I mean, I'll try and work out. In fact, I'll put the calories on screen somewhere here. You can go and use this if you want to, but what I should stress and what I should just mention, every single person, no matter what kind of journey they're looking for, will not be the same. I've realised that, okay, that's great. No 2 individuals will ever truly have the same diet, the same requirements of what their body needs to function. Some people need more carbs in order to keep going day to day, but really the most important part of nutrition is keeping consistency. It's choosing to have it as a lifestyle rather than a diet. A diet really adds a deadline to the end of things, whereas it's always about creating balance in your life. If you keep it as a lifestyle, you keep nutrition and how you eat relatively healthy for as many occasions as you possibly can. That's when you'll truly get the most results. So use some of this information that you've gathered from this video, guys, incorporate it into your lives. Go check out the MuscleFood summer hamper if you are interested in the foods that I ended up showing you today, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But points to be taken away from this video: try and consume protein with every meal that you can. Check how many calories you're having and whether or not it fits the amount that you require for the goals that you want. E.g., if you're looking to build muscle, you need to be over in a calorific surplus, or if you're looking to lose weight, you need to be under in a calorific deficit. Try and keep the foods that you eat as whole, healthy and unprocessed as you possibly can. Don't forget to drink enough water, because this is a vital part of nutrition. You do need water, guys, believe it or not. Drink more water. Whey protein and other supplements are cool and useful, but it's more important to have a very good diet generally with whole foods as opposed to using meal replacements. And remember, no matter how hard you train, nutrition is 4 times more important than that.